Two of the best young centers in the league are NIKOLA Jokic and Karl-Anthony Towns, and I want to compare them today. Alright, what is going on, guys? It's RTG here. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Like and subscribe if you're new, and also let's just get right into it. So I'm using Beasel's scoring in this. If you haven't seen any of his comparison videos, they're really good. Go check them out. But I'm using his sort of scoring thing. It goes by this: scoring, rebounds, passing, defense, leadership, accolades, clutch, value, and head-to-head. The first, of course, is scoring. I gave Karl-Anthony Towns a 9 and NIKOLA Jokic a 7. We've seen Karl put up some crazy numbers, and this is probably his strong suit, if not rebounding. NIKOLA Jokic can score, but we all know what he's most known for. Anyways, Karl is an awesome scorer, and he's an awesome scorer just to have on your team. So Karl got a 9 and NIKOLA Jokic gets a 7. Next is rebounding, and I gave them both a 7. Neither of them are prolific rebounders, especially Jokic, and should probably rank a little bit lower, but I just gave them the same rebounding score. Both of them can put up crazy numbers on the boards if needed, but usually they're ones that will step out and shoot from anywhere. And I should have included that as scoring, but they can really score from anywhere. Next is passing, and I think we all know who's going to win this. I gave NIKOLA Jokic a 10 and Karl-Anthony Towns a 6. I give NIKOLA Jokic a 10 just because, for his position, he's the best passer. He's the best center passer in the league by far, and there's no arguing about that. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't really a bad passer, but first of all, it's not what he's known for, and second of all, it's not like he's some superstar passer that he's recognized for his passing. He can make plays for his teammates if needed, but mostly he's there as a post player and can step out, hit the mid-range, and grab some rebounds for the team. Defense is the next one, and I gave both of them just a 7. Neither of them are excellent defenders again, but neither of them are terrible. They both can get blocks on any given night, but that's not really their use. Neither of them are paint protectors or rim protectors at that, but most guys who can step out, get some rebounds, pass the ball, score the ball, They're not much defenders, but if needed, they can defend. They're big enough guys to get down there and get big in the post, and they're quick enough, both of them, on their feet to guard perimeter quicker players, and that's exactly what the modern NBA is looking for. Next, leadership. I gave Karl-Anthony Towns an 8 and NIKOLA Jokic a 9. You're probably wondering why Karl-Anthony Towns would be lower, but they just brought in a veteran, Jimmy Butler, who's been known to lead the Bulls teams to those playoffs. NIKOLA Jokic has been given the ball in clutch moments and has been given the ball to basically run the point guard, and that's why he has a 9 for leadership. Karl-Anthony Towns was basically a leader, but a younger guy, and of course NIKOLA Jokic is like that, but he's on a young team. After the Minnesota Timberwolves traded for Jimmy Butler can now be deemed the leader of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Next is accolades. Karl-Anthony Towns a 9, NIKOLA Jokic a 6. NIKOLA Jokic really hasn't been much of an accolade person. It really hasn't been recognized for anything he's done. He was nominated for Most Improved Player this year, but really got no recognition for his awesome sophomore season. On the other hand, we saw Karl-Anthony Towns be talked even in MVP voting, except for the fact that he didn't get enough wins to be voted MVP. But he was Rookie of the Year, and that's a huge compliment. And it was a pretty good draft class, even including Kristaps Porzingis. So that's why I gave the edge to Karl-Anthony Towns in the accolades department. So the next category is clutch, but I kind of disregarded this. There hasn't been enough moments in each of these players' careers for them to have a score determined for clutch. Neither of them have really had these standout plays that we remember from, like LeBron's shot against the Magic, or his actually playoff run against the Pistons, or Dame's shot against the Rockets. You haven't seen that. But soon enough, we'll be able to judge them and who's better in the clutch. But for this, we're not going to give a score. So this will just be a void category. Value. Both these guys have extremely high value. They are young players who have so much potential in the league. They are the modern typical big men that scouts all over are looking for. They can step out, hit the three, they can pass the ball, especially in NIKOLA JOKIC's case. They can rebound, they can defend any position. It's what they're looking for, and any team would be willing to trade their best player to build around him. Either of these guys is super exciting, and I'm excited what they bring in the future. I really am. Alright, here's the final category, right? Head to head. Now, this one was a tough one to grade, and I only did their games that they played each other in this season, since last year NIKOLA JOKIC didn't get that many playing minutes behind Jusuf Nurkic. Well, actually, Karl-Anthony Towns, I gave him a 9, and I gave NIKOLA JOKIC a 5. Here's why. Karl-Anthony Towns, in his first matchup against the Denver Nuggets, scored 32 points and had 14 rebounds. In the next game against the Nuggets, he had 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's NIKOLA JOKIC type numbers. That's a triple-double. And then he had 32, 12, and 7 the next matchup, and then 24 and 14. Obviously, NIKOLA JOKIC couldn't hold his own against Karl-Anthony Towns. When NIKOLA JOKIC did play against them, he had 8 points, 5 assists, 24 points, 4 assists, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists. So really not that great of numbers, and nothing stand out. The total, 64.5 for Karl-Anthony Towns and 60.5 for NIKOLA JOKIC. So Karl-Anthony Towns got the edge, and that's going to be for me, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm sorry, rush is ending, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, see you.